Welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review Special number 19. This time I'm reviewing the 219th chapter of the manga, Go! Sliding Go! This one picks up right where last chapter we have Bakudo and Shudo beating up a bunch of purse snatchers. Yep, and creating a big humongous mess out of it. Yeah, they brawl with them for like the first several pages. They blast away. They also, and All Might saves a woman from a falling lamppost that I think it was Bakudo. And of course, after saving, he's like, yeah, I think it was like, yeah, and Bakudo was like, if you want to die, do it someplace else. Of course, they continue blasting it, and they beat him up. And then it's like, okay, all the person actors are all down, and Bakudo's like, yep, I recorded the thing before I blasted everybody. And of course, the hero who's there, I don't remember who this guy's name is, this guy with a white cape. He hugs them and basically says, I can't believe you just still students who go great careers in the future. And of course, we have, well, they see his gauntlets, this villain's gauntlets exploded. And of course, All Might praising Shudo and Bakudo for their efforts. And then we cut to this group who wants to take on the League of Villains. Well, apparently capture somebody, beat the crap out of him. So the clients, and we see a transformation into some kind of giant, and we see, I don't remember this guy's name. He's the leader of the League of Villains, and yeah, and apparently he's about to be defeated by this giant of a monster. And we see the character who was literally a Deadpool ripoff say, "Can we call it quits already? Let's go round 2." Yeah, it's an interesting chapter, but it's pretty quick of a chapter because all it is just wrapping up the brawl that started at the end of last chapter. Yeah, it started last chapter. It had pretty much the brawl take up most of the chapter. And of course, League of Villains being taken down by the end of the chapter, at least the start of their takedown, which probably take up most next chapter anyways. Yep. The one thing kind of weird about this chapter, it's like, okay, we cut this area, but we don't go back to school. My guess is probably go back to that next chapter, but yeah, I'm curious though, like, I'm sure people realize, like, where in the world is Deku? Oh yeah, because we decided to focus on this chapter because last chapter shows up for 2 panels. Yeah, the main character of the series shows up for 2 panels last chapter. This chapter he didn't show up at all. Nope. At least All Might does. Yep, I'm happy like All Might's in this chapter for a good period of time. Especially since for the last like 20, 30 chapters, he hasn't really done very much. Most of his parents produce the cameos, but even though he's still retired, he can still save people. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him doing that, which I praise him for saving a reporter's life. Even though she was kind of getting in the way and she nearly got killed by a falling lamppost. And it was Bakudo's fault. And as far as I can tell, he didn't apologize for it. But at least he got praise for stopping these purse snatchers. But I think they went a little over the top to stop a bunch of purse snatchers. Yeah. This is not like 1 or 2. This is like good 6 or 7 of them. Seeing a bunch of purses, wallets. Apparently, Bakudo took the time to take all the things they took before he blasted all of them. And of course, taking out part of the street as well. I'm sure that this world's damage control probably has a lot to clean up. Lucky enough, it's not as bad as when All Might fought All for One. That pretty much just demolished a whole city block. This took out roughly like maybe like 1 street. Yeah, but lucky enough, from what I can tell, that Shudo basically stopped a lot of destruction with his ice. At least he's thinking at his feet. Of course, Deku is here. He might find a way to make sure it won't cause that much damage. Knowing Bakudo, I'm not surprised he caused that much damage anyways. Though some people might theorize if it become a good villain. Who knows, but it all depends on the series. It was still interesting. It's an interesting chapter. And it does progress forward even though that most chapters big fight scene. I'm sure this happened in the anime. This chapter only the last chapter happened to 1 episode. That's my personal guess, probably what they'll do. But we have to wait till frickin' October for our next season. Because according to Studio Bones, they want to get a little more time to develop the internship arc, even though they kind of already started it with the last season. The last 2 episodes adapted the first 3 chapters of the arc. Yeah, they got roughly 38 chapters left to adapt, which they can probably do entirely in 14 episodes. Yep, which take probably a long time, but I have to wait and see whenever the season starts up again. Otherwise, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned. I have one more review for today, and that's a review of the newest episode of Ace Attorney. Okay? But see you next review. Bye.